business is a team game. It's a team
Oh,
game.
100%.
So
100%.
then, yeah, you have to.
I have a very, curious and funny question though. But how did
Okay.
you learn bazooka?
Try your credit. The naming is absolutely and entirely done by Vineet. Bazooka ke bina, the rocket will not be launched. So we had this thought that we will launch brand Bazooka, you know.
What is the kind of revenue you're able to make in a month as the co-founder of Brand Bazooka?
So Brand Bazooka as an agency makes an annual turnover of approximately 3 crores.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Female Founders Community. And today I have with me Sadhana, who is the co-founder of Brand Bazooka, which she's running for the last 15 years. And let me tell you, I am awed with her copies that status, and I'm like, how can I do that? So today I'm going to spill the beans for you and for myself that how has she done it? Such an amazing business, being an entrepreneur, a wife, and a mother. Let's get into it and let's try to steal her secrets. Hi, Sadhana. Welcome to the show.
Hello, hello. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
How are you doing today?
Absolutely fine. Chilling in the weather of Delhi. It's extremely
Yes, we
cold
were
here.
just talking
Yeah.
about how chilling it is, literally.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yes. So let's go back, 15 years and tell me that how did the idea of Brand Bazooka come to you and why did you get into entrepreneurship?
Yeah. This is lovely. So I think, yeah, because I'm meeting you, but the entire journey of mine, I am blessed and very, very privileged that my partner, my husband, he's actually equal partner in crime with me, you know. So all this has happened because of him. He wanted to get into entrepreneurship, okay, and he was doing a stint of job for a very less time, and he realized after third day or fourth day that it's not exciting at all. He is made to do something bigger, better, and he says this doesn't excite me. So the moment he decided, as you know him, he's a very calm and composed person. He'll speak in few words. He wanted somebody who was very natural in people's person, people's connection. So when he started seeing, oh my God, I need somebody who can speak to clients. I need somebody who can, just connect to clients. It was not a full-fledged plan that I had in my mind. So the obvious person that he had in mind was me. So it's Sadhana, help me out with this. I said, okay, no problem. So I am a chartered accountant by qualification. I am not an MBA person. So, but I did not realize that I was entering into the field of where it was business development, marketing, people, talking, communication. CS don't understand all this, it's not their world. But then, yes, it started with kind of helping him. But I realized that I realized, we all realized with the passage of time that that was natural sadhana. It never took so much of time for me to really, go speak to somebody, break an ice. All these words do not exist in my dictionary. It was so natural that I'll meet anybody and it will be a warm hi. And always from day one, I wanted to help people that I spoke. The intention from day one. Today, Brand Bazooka is doing awesomely good. We guys are really doing good, great, happy, blessed, settled. But even day one, we never chased money in the stage one. It was always helping that, okay, let me help you with this. And
Yeah.
that's how it all started, answering you the entrepreneurship. This is how we kind of entered into this. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that's a lovely story. And most of the times when we are able to break that barrier of moving forward and achieve
Yeah.
something in life, it's because you have a family member and most likely the partner supporting you because
Yeah.
it's a 50-50 partnership in everything that you do.
True.
And I would really like to, put my point of view when you said that you weren't chasing money in the very
Yeah.
beginning. And I think
Yeah.
that is one mistake that I did, because when I started, I left my job. I just got married. When I
Mm.
started my business, I was like, oh, business is done for profitability. It's the income that
True.
you get into entrepreneurship for.
Yeah.
And the first 2 years, I made money, but I was not able to, be stable or get
Yeah.
that kind of income, is because I was chasing money. The
Yeah.
moment I stopped chasing money, money started
Yeah.
pouring in. So I think that's
Yes.
one thing that I relate to as well. Like you
Yeah.
mentioned, that from the
True.
first day onwards, it wasn't money. It was the
It wasn't
help
mine.
or the support that you want
Yeah.
to offer. And
Yeah.
that's why it has, come in multifold to you as well.
True. True. Very true. Very true.
Yes. I think I'm sure you must have got this question from a lot of people, but still,
Mm.
I'll go ahead and ask you that, so in my case, I work with my brother. My brother is my co founder. And being siblings, we do fight. And when it comes to business, we fight a little more. And here it is a partnership of two people, living together under the same roof 24
Yes.
hours. So, was there any kind of obstacles or struggles that you guys had to work on when it comes to business? Because when you're living together, the discussions can be about work almost the entire day. So, how was that journey for you?
You are very right. This question has been asked multiple times. And even though when we are not getting interviewed or not doing any podcast, people in general ask us, how? I think it's might sound very bookish, but
Yeah,
the fact is that me and Vineet, we have always been like best friends.
yeah,
We
that's the
have
most
been
important.
partners and founders later. We have been best friends. Touchwood, but today also we behave like real best friends. That's one. Now, but coming to the business, and you're very right, when the life partner and business partner, they're same, it's 24/7. When we had no kids, when it was
Yeah,
only two of us, it was always business, business, business. But now they're kids and we have different, areas of life. But coming to me and Vineet particularly, again, I think a strong shout out, which has to go to Vineet here, because between both of us, I'm somebody who was the front facing person who became, because of the natural attitude that I speak to people, I was the face. He is a research guy, so he became the back end wheel.
yeah,
But we never had this feeling that I'm becoming the front face and he's becoming the back end support. It was very strong between both of us. And this is something that I've learned from him. It has nothing to do with the man or the women or the male or the female. People should play on their strengths.
exactly. I think that's a very nice point. Yeah,
Very, very valid point. And I'm telling you why me and Vineet could get so long, and we are super sure we are going to go long and long and long,
I'm
because
sure.
the mantra is that people should play on their strengths. And my strength was X. He
Yeah,
realized his strength was Y. So how come the clashes? He never tried coming into X. I never tried getting into Y. So when
yeah,
there is a creative strategy, creative thinking, uh, brainstorming, it's Vineet. And
yeah,
even if there is a moment that I'm not liking or I'm not aligned to that idea, who will lead that conversation? Beneath. Okay,
yeah,
period.
yeah,
And if there is a business, if there is a client, there is a transaction, there is a value, the time of the meeting, everything. So who lead that conversation? Me, period.
yeah, yeah,
And when you start respecting that, you know it. So very momentary, we have fought in conference room of office with everybody, like here and there. But it's like normal office fight. Like, okay, nahi, aisa nahi hona hai, or this, no. But the moment meeting is over, we are back. Like, okay, because that was an episodal conversation or a fight.
yeah,
That's it. Otherwise, I think it's more to do with just let people play on their strength. And then
yeah.
your partner, your employees, your friends, then it's like everybody is going to be there full, I think.
Absolutely. I think I really like that, that playing your strength, you
Yeah.
cannot expect someone to do something that they're not the best at. If you play
Yeah.
your strength, you're, one plus one is 11. It's
Yeah.
exactly that, playing your strength.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
really
Yes.
like what you said, that, the moment the meeting is over, the clash is over. When you step out
Yeah.
the door, you're husband and wife, and that's like a slight line, and that acceptance that this was work and this is personal. So keeping that difference between
And
personality
Manmeet,
and
I will add here because people say this, but I genuinely want to say this from heart. I mean, you don't have to remember, oh, conference room, we are stepping out from conference, oh, meeting is over. It's not an effort.
it's
It's
natural.
so natural. It
Yeah.
has to be natural because you trust that, okay, this was a conversation. He did it his best. It's like team members playing the game.
Yeah,
Business
absolutely.
is a team game. It's a team
Oh,
game.
100%.
So
100%.
then, yeah, you have to trust and then let the stronger person lead that section. I think that's the
Yeah,
idea. Yeah.
absolutely. I love that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would want to know what was the feeling when you got, your first client? The first client said that yes, we are, about to go forward with you. Is because I understand when you start a business, when you start entrepreneurship, in the beginning there's anxiety. Will I get business? Then there's a little bit of confidence. Will I be able to charge this much? Will the client pay? And all of that comes together when that first transaction comes into your bank account. So I want to know the feeling of that first client.
I think I manifest blessings a lot. I manifest, I always say that this is my favorite line. And I have taught this line to both the kids, both of my kids, that I am the favorite child of the God. So we
Oh,
all
that's so sweet.
we all three fight. Who was the best? Who's the favorite child of the God? So I tell them I am the favorite child of the God, and because you're my child, so you become the favorite child. So I've still not left that position of being the favorite child.
Yeah.
But now coming to this question, I'll be honest here. When we started, because advertising was not something that we had studied. Advertising was not something that we had done jobs or internships. Advertising for us was absolutely new. And today, when we speak now after COVID, there are a lot of coaches, a lot of trainers, people are getting trainings and then they are starting. Before this, it was completely traditional ATL advertising, you know. So for us, advertising was new. As you said, that you might be a little fearful, you know, you might be a little scared. You will have to trust me on this. We had no such feelings. We were playing full shot because we had no baggage. We had no experience. So we had no benchmarks. And that played in our favor. We had the bat in our hand, and every ball that will come, we had decided we will play like tuck, either six or four or catch out. It's okay. We will see. We had no baggage. So I think when we started, the first thing, I think second, third day, we sat and we started thinking, okay, how do we get business? I mean, 15 years back, there was no Facebook, no Instagram, you can't run an ad, nothing like that. And then Vineet came up with this idea. Let's do one thing. Let's pick up newspapers. Let's open the newspapers, and newspapers will have ads. Let's call all those people who are throwing ads in the newspaper because they are the people who are running ads. So we will speak to them and we might be able to sell them something. I think one or two businesses small we could sell. To be honest, definitely I am very grateful for those. But the moment somebody asks me this question, they don't come into my share of mind. I'll tell you what comes. When I was doing this exercise, there was this one full page ad of Kajaria's ad. And because I had taken Vineet as my, I was reporting into him, and he had instructed call every ad. So when Kajaria came, that time a little moment of fear came. Kajaria? How can I call Kajaria? But then I remember Vineet said call. I said, okay. I tried and I called. Manmeet, this is a story that you will love. I mean, there's a lot of detailed thing, but cut short, I followed up that man 1 year. I nurtured that marketing manager for 1 year through my emails. Like email, wishing, not email nurturing nowadays that we do. It was email wishing, every topical day I will wish him. I will write to him something. 1 year later, On one Independence Day mail, when it went to him, I immediately see a reply which says, "Hey Sadhana, can you meet me in my Okla office?" And regards XYZ, the marketing manager of Kajaria. And I was like, wow, just like, wow, getting a meeting. That time it was not sure that we have got the account. And me and Vineet, next day, 10 a.m. or 11 a.m., whatever the time was, we were there. We met him. They were going through a big decision phase. They were going to launch sanitary wear brand called Kerowit. He met us, he spoke to us 1.5 hours, and he said, "Okay, this is where we are struggling. I will get back to you." After 2 days, he calls me up and he says, "Hey, we would like to have a meeting with you again. There is no to do for us." Okay. We said, "Okay, no problem." And then there was a bigger group of people meeting us now with more sales head and all. They had a problem which they kind of poured into us. We said, "Okay, give us 1 week. Let us go back, come back to you." It was more to do with a strategy, a thinking how brand should be launched. Kerwit. We came here, we spoke to many people, we researched a lot. And then after a week, we entered, there was a meeting, and we're like, all ready. We get into the reception of Kajaria Tiles, the corporate office, and we walked into a conference room, and there are X, Y, Z, A, B, C, that's all okay. And there is this Mr. Rishi Kajaria sitting. It's like, okay, this is something big happening here. Anyways, we had taken very seriously. As I told you, we never chased money. We could feel, oh my God, इतने बड़े लोग हैं and they are struggling. They have this question. Let us help them. I mean, when I look back and I laugh at, Acha, how come? I mean, and then we started our presentation, our thoughts on that. And when we kind of moved, I think that was the day they have kept for 3, 4 different agencies to come and speak. I don't know our number first or third. I don't remember all that. And when we started walking out, few people started congratulating us. Congratulations, congratulations. We're like, why are they congratulating? So I told Vineet, like very confidently, our presentation has gone good. That's why they are congratulating us. And I think next day we got an email where we said they are happy to award us the account of Kerowit as a retainer. And that is one big win, Manmeet, which I have to tell you that it's close to my heart. And because pata hai, that makes us believe there is no shortcut to success. Have
Absolutely,
patience,
absolutely.
have perseverance, nurture relationships, and it will come true. You have to just stay true and you have to be hopeful. And yes, that's so close to our heart. So that was the first confirmation. I don't remember the transaction in the bank and all
Yeah.
that. But yeah, this is the kind of feeling. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that is an amazing story. And like you mentioned, you were waiting. It was not that, Kajaria has said, so let's get back to them tomorrow. Let's give the reporting in 2 days. It was the sweet time of 1 week because you wanted to put your best show forward. And that is
Yeah.
when you're well researched, when you
Yeah.
are very confident, so that, when the questions come at you, you can handle them well. So
True.
it was, like you very rightly mentioned, patience and that
Yeah.
feeling that it's not about the money. Money is rather a byproduct that is going to
Yeah.
come from this deal, but it's
True.
getting that project and proving yourself that we are the best
Yeah.
in what we do.
Yes.
So I think
True.
that's amazing. I love that story.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
do have a very very curious question. Okay.
Please.
uh, because most of the times I understand, and I always talk about this, is when you are an entrepreneurship and you're starting, just starting, it's a very good space to be in when you have some kind of a financial backup or
Mm.
some kind of a financial saving or a family member supporting you. Like in
Yeah.
my case, when I left my job and got into entrepreneurship, my husband was my financial backup
Yeah.
because I knew I did not have to, run for the bread and butter. I only had to spend on something that I wanted, which is that I will not do it for the 6 months, so I can peacefully focus on my business. Money was not something that, even though I was panicked yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I would want to ask the same question to you, that since you had that calm feeling of, money is not our first priority. So how did you manage it? Because as human psychology, or, for living our lives, we need the medium of money. So how did you
True.
balance this out? Yeah.
You're right. This statement, when anybody says, either um, it's not either. I mean, they need to have some chunk of money which will take care of their basic livelihoods, you
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
So either it's saving some family member or some sort of things. In our thing, this was uh, the pivoting that we were doing.
Okay.
So we were running before this, we were running a very successful, very few people know this. The first, I think we have been in the tendency of entrepreneurship from day one because of Vineet. Okay.
Okay.
So we had one run of running a very successful coaching business in Gurgaon. Okay.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yes, yes. Because I'm a CA.
Yes.
So I had seen how CA coaches make money.
Yeah.
So when I finished my CA, I like, jab tak result aayega, let me try this. So
Oh.
few people came in, they asked my age and they were 35 and I was not 35. I was too young. And like, aap padhayenge? They never returned back. So I could never teach CA students because I think I could not win their trust because I was an early CA. But then, because we had set up everything and all that, we started teaching few IGCSE boards, ICSC boards, CBSC boards, and we did wonders there. Again, because again, when we started there, money was not a reason. Because when we started coaching, we realized we love teaching. It's
Yeah.
such an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
Secondly, we were young and we were teaching all the 11, 12 kids, like young kids. So we felt like home, like all the young people. So when we were pivoting and when we pivoted, I think we had already bought a car, like a small car. So
Okay.
car was taken care of. We had no savings because we were young people and we had no habits of savings.
Okay.
So we will earn money and we will go watch movies. We will eat pizzas and we will waste our money. Every time my CA will say, "What is this? Why these bills am I getting?" So that's one thing that I think people should not do. But
Yeah.
it's in my nature that I don't regret. So I don't regret. But yes, definitely people should from day one because now I think people are more aware. They should
Yeah.
start saving. We didn't save anything. But I'm telling you, categorically, our car was sorted because it was already bought.
Yeah.
We lived in our parents' house, so there was no rent in EMI. So we were
Oh,
sorted there.
wow.
Okay. Um, it was food. Food
That's
we
the
could
basic
make from this
necessities.
little business. So
Yeah.
now every summers we go on international holidays. Um, every 2 weeks we want to eat outside.
Yeah.
All that thing is a thing which we, if you can do it happily. But me and Vineet, we do not come from that mindset and background that if you're not able to do that, we will die.
Oh,
No,
yeah. 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 That's your choice.
we are
That's the choice
very
you made.
much, yes, we are very much rooted people. In case there is less money and we can't go on a trip, it's okay, that's fine. We
Yeah.
can't order pizza and we can eat now. Anyways, it's a different lifestyle. That was that lifestyle that time.
Yeah.
But if we can't, and it's okay, we get roti sabzi, that's fine.
Yeah.
So be ready to sacrifice and happily, not cryingly, not in a depression. No, we did it very because we saw we don't want to torture our client, not at all. We wanted them to
Yeah.
trust us well.
Yeah.
So somebody had to do that sacrifice, and it was easier for us to do rather than saying, "Client, paisa de do," and then see.
Yeah.
It was
Absolutely.
easy,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think that's how we were taken care of, and we literally went back, narrowing down our expenses a lot that time.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
We will not shop for years. We will not, matlab, winter sale, summer sale, nothing, nothing, nothing.
Yeah.
We will not buy. We will not even see them. We will not even go that side. No. So all that
Absolutely.
little things, but little things accumulated makes a bigger pie that makes a bigger sacrifice, and it helps you. So I think that's how we took
Absolutely.
care. Yeah.
100%. I think from what you mentioned, that exactly, I think, keeps the point. That is, your family was there to support you, to,
Yeah.
take care of the basic necessities and the basic living that you need, no matter what.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
luxuries were something that you make a choice on.
Yeah.
Either give your 200%, 1000% into the business and let the money compound, or
Yeah.
spend today and then, say, oh my God, the business is not working. So it's the
True.
choice and the support that has worked for you.
Yeah. True.
Okay. And I would want to know one more question, which I'm sure all the females have, and even
Please.
I would have, since I,
Yeah.
look up to you. The question would be, you've been an entrepreneur, you're a
Yeah.
wife, which has worked very well for you, and you're also a mother. When you're a daughter, it still works out, and then when you become a wife, it's a partnership, you get that full support. But there's a turning point in your life when you become a mother. Life changes 360-degree, and
Yeah.
still being an entrepreneur, now it's like two full-time jobs. One is
Mm.
entrepreneurship, and second is the child that you
Yeah.
have. How did you manage well between the business and motherhood, and what was your journey?
This is a question which is very, very close to my heart. Very close to my heart. And anyways, I have answered all the questions very honestly, but this question from deep heart,
Yeah.
Um, if I say this that I have managed it well, it won't be true. I'll tell you
Yeah.
why. Because when the kid was born, they were like 0 months. Now my both the kids, the elder one is 10 years and the younger one is 5 years. So they have different set of challenges now. If you're a mother for a lifetime now till your last breath, you know.
Absolutely.
So challenges keep changing. So to be honest, it's not that I have managed it, but I think two, three choices. I'll be honest. Yes, you're very right. When you're a daughter, the life is so protected. The life is like a princess. No worries at all. They're the best time ever. I would like to tell everybody here, whosoever will listen this podcast, everybody, every female, male, you are in the best times when you're with your parents. Best
Absolutely.
times, you know. And it's not that you're not best times later, but I think they can't be compared. Such a carefree, beautiful moments, yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely,
Then
100%.
so that is a different era altogether. Let's forget
Yeah.
that. Um, when Adi happened to me, my elder son, I think one thing I'll tell you, I'll try and remember the journey. When I conceived him, entire 9 months, two things again. I am the favorite child of the God.
Yeah.
So I could work all those 9 months till the last day.
Oh, well, that's
Till the
amazing.
last day. Yes, I was not on bed. Like a normal Saturday, Sunday, I'll be on bed. Otherwise, I was not. I had a very warm feeling that there is a life happening inside me. That's it. There was no other feeling that I let enter into my mind. Oh my God, this paining, that paining. No, I
Yeah.
was very, very cautious that no, nothing, nothing. That's okay. But a beautiful life is happening. And that's why I am more powerful right now because I'm into the stage of a creator right now.
Yeah.
Trust me, that mindset helped me. Okay.
Yeah.
So I remember Adi was born on a Monday. So I have worked till
Oh.
Saturday. And Sunday I was kind of relaxing. Monday in the morning I got ready to go to office. And I told Vineet, I'm having little pain. Let's go to the doctor. So he said, yeah, we should go for a checkup. I had my meetings that day, let me tell you.
Oh.
I went to the doctor and doctor says, hello, you should be admitted. The baby can come anytime. I said, oh, okay. I was admitted in hospital at 8 a.m. and the little baby arrives in our world at 2 afternoon. You know?
Oh, that's so amazing.
So, and after that, I took rest. I never fought back with my parents, my both side of parents. I never questioned them. Ah, nahi, aisa nahi hota. Let me be the working lady. No, because that time was the time that I wanted to invest in with the baby. I wanted to heal myself. But beach mein, because I'm a working soul. So beach, what's happening? Acha, theek hai, let me do this. Because I'm a working soul, I realize that I'm a
Yeah.
karma yodha. Yeah, this is super sure.
Yeah.
And then I was back. I started working again. When my baby grew up a bit, like 1.5 years. So every day when I will step out for office and I will say bye, this little fellow will cry from heart and stomach and soul.
Oh
Like,
my
"Ah,
God.
so ek din ho gaya, second day also okay, third day also okay. And then I started feeling guilt. That is where I think most mothers started feeling guilt.
Yeah.
And that was like a shackle. And I will sit in the car and I'll be upset for at least 15 minutes till the time some client will call me and there will be some, acha, 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 and there will be a diversion. Vineet saw a pattern. So one day
Yeah.
Vineet told me, Sadhana, you can choose to be home.
Yeah.
But if you have chosen to be working, choose it happily.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if it
Absolutely.
makes you feel bad, go back home. No problem.
Yeah.
3 years, 4 years, 6 years, 10 years, whenever you're ready. And I think that time I realized, yes, this is a very, very, very well thought choice that I have made for myself.
Yeah.
And from that day, my younger one happened, my elder one, I clarified to my kids when they were chotu, Mama is working and they understand this, and my kids became my strength. I think one liner here, start making everybody your support system. Let them be
Exactly. Yeah.
aligned with you. Because if they're not aligned, there is a problem. I always get this compliment from a lot of my friends. How come you're on a call and your 4-year-old doesn't scream and shout at the back? Because Avi knows mama is a working mama and she's on a call. So that time he has to be quiet. So I think
Yeah.
it's more to do with alignment. And that works. Whether you're a mother, you're a daughter, you're a wife. But yeah, it's ever evolving. And there
Yeah.
are some days that you'll feel guilt. But then again, hold yourself back and just remember who are you, yeah. You have studied
Exactly.
so much, you have done so much, and you step out to give so much back to the society. And I think that all gives you confidence and happiness and respect for your own self, and then you're back. So
Yeah.
that's how, yeah, I think, yeah, this is
Absolutely.
what
I
we
think
did.
you've answered that question very beautifully. And I've, read this at multiple places and seen some series. And that's exactly what I picked up from there, what you just said. I think it's about the communication. Because a lot of
Yeah.
times people feel that, oh, child is small, ye to nahi
Yeah.
samjhega. That's the kind of
No, no.
attitude that people have ki bachcha nahi samjhega. But if you have an open communication,
Yeah.
you tell them the expectation and teach them, this is
Yeah.
what it is, so they
Mm.
understand. And of course, I've also heard that the first 7 8 years of the child actually molds them. So if
Yeah.
you talk to them, make it clear with them, have an open communication, it is going to support you for the rest of the life and also
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
child.
Yeah. 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 True. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think communication and alignment, that is something which
Yes.
should work. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think a lot of intense questions, is it?
Right. That's close to my
But it's
heart.
yes, but
Yeah.
it's a female founders podcast, so I had to ask those
Yeah.
questions
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
all the ladies
Absolutely.
understand that how to pave the journey when they have
Yeah.
to put it all together in one plate.
And one thing more that I can add, because it happens with me nowadays, it's 2024 that we are talking, and I have matured a lot now. What I was 15 years back. But today, also, some days are the days that at the end of the day, I am just very low. I am put off and I'm not happy.
Yeah.
And I think this has happened many times. And then I started realizing what is going wrong here. What goes wrong with women. And this is something that Vinny tells me. So I'll be in a conference room doing the internal meeting with, team or clients. In the process, I think this is very, very special to women. Men can't understand this, I think.
Yeah.
Somehow our brain is compartmentalized.
Yeah.
So if it is 5:30, so my cook will come in the evening. So in the meeting, my meeting is getting over, I have to take care of my time. So I'll be like, Narayan ji has to make this food. Acha, theek hai, kar do. The kapra has gone for the iron or not. Acha, Adi has gone for cricket class, okay, and Avi has gone for the tennis class, okay, and I'm managing meeting.
Yeah.
And Vineet will tell me, how do you remember all this? I said, I know, it's so natural for us. I mean, we can't, it's so natural. So after two
Yeah.
days, my dimag will be like, okay, we have to order vegetables. Theek hai, make this list. And so it'll be like, how can you do this? They just can't understand this because, and they're very, I mean, I'm talking about the partners who are very supportive partners. But
Yeah.
I think naturally we are blessed that God has made us so, so, so capable. I know there are a lot of cons when people talk about multitasking. I know that. But this is a very natural multitasking which comes to all the women, you know. It's not those
Naturally blessed.
multitasking, Ella. I mean, we are blessed. And
Yeah.
it doesn't affect our work. It doesn't affect. And, with the rising sun, with going down the sun, we just know that, okay, there is some home, some house, which needs that scheduling, that pattern, that everything.
Right.
And that's absolutely okay. So, whenever there were days that I was feeling low, I realized that I took so much on my plate that day. I
Yeah.
knew I won't be able to do it, but because there was so much of pressure, internal, external, client, team, my own content, my own book, my own thing, children, and what happened? I challenged a natural process.
Yeah.
And then that day, even though I worked hard and I was not happy, and then I just stopped it. I said, forget it. What did
Yeah.
I do? I mean, this is something that I've always been doing, but very cautiously, very, uh, with presence of mind, I started doing this. This is something that people say in different style and fashion. There is this concept: you have a jar and you have multiple rocks. What do? Put the first big rock, and then
Yeah.
you put smaller rocks, because smaller rocks will make their own space. The sand, the water, the big rock first, and then there
Yeah.
will be a different satisfaction, that you have done
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
So similarly, I do this. What is the hero work of my day? Every day I do this because
Yeah.
I have 4 works. So like Saturday and Sunday, generally I pick up hero work related to kids.
Yeah.
Okay, they have to go shopping a bat or a shoes or a book. That's my hero work. But Monday to Friday, it's all my work. So you will hardly see me cheating my weekdays with my. I'm a founder. Nobody can question me. I
Yes.
can go on a mall. I can go in a mall any day. I don't do that. I am very, very, very disciplined. Very disciplined. Like Monday to Friday is my office day. So it's my office day. So things like
Yeah.
that. So I think that hero thing of the day, these things, they help. So, I think all the women, they should definitely do this, because I'm super sure we challenge our own superpowers and then we are like upset and then we start questioning, should I leave this job? Am I doing justice? Hello, just pick up one. You'll be happy. Keep
Yes.
going. Go slow. Don't stop. The consistency.
Yeah.
Keep going. I think that these are the things, yeah. They will help. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think I love the concept of that. What is my hero work today? That one question is going to solve so much for us
Yeah.
and remove that overwhelm from our plates, like you very rightly
Yeah.
mentioned. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. So now I'm going to ask a question which I don't know. Would you want to
Okay.
answer or not? But would you like to
Please.
share that what is the kind of revenue you're able to make in a month as the co-founder of Brand Bazoo? Like in total, not just you, in total.
So, Brand Bazooka as an agency makes an annual turnover of approximately 3 crores.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have all expenses and everybody makes it. But yes, we are on payrolls. We generate salaries. Then I get, the revenue streams. When we got brain and mindset, we started investing a little bit
Yeah.
here and there. We invested in real estate. We invested in some stocks. I get some paid speaking opportunities. Yeah, these are the revenue systems. Bas, yeah, this
Yeah,
is
that's
what.
amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. And I would want to know one more question, which I know has come at a later part of the podcast. But could
tell
you
me.
tell us in detail about what Brand Bazooka does?
Baz- Brand Bazooka. Yes, that's a beautiful thing. When we started, so Brand Bazooka is actually an advertising agency, a marketing agency. And the beauty of Brand Bazooka today in 2024, when we speak, after COVID, what has happened? L- I think in India, every second house has got a digital marketer. I say this, you know. But what is the blue ocean? The blue ocean, no, before blue ocean. So what has happened? People have gone into the concept of niche marketing. So there will be lot of agencies who are website agencies, lot of agencies, Facebook ad agencies, lot of agencies, Google ad agencies or content writing agencies. which works good for them as an agency. Fine. But when lot of brands are getting started, and lot of brands for that matter, what is good for them? The thing which is good for them is that they should be working with agencies, ideally the agencies which understand the entire brand journey, starting from step 1 to step 10.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Brand Bazooka works in that blue ocean. We are one of the few agencies, mid-sized few agencies, where we actually have all those departments. But whenever that brand comes to us, because I have given the name, I have given the logo, I have given the visual identity, the packaging, the website. So when I'm taking that baby now to social media, I know the nature of that baby. I develop the persona of that baby. When I'm
Yeah.
doing a social media ad, I know what are those USP of that baby which will be getting highest click. So social media ads, when you're going to nurture, I'll tell you one example. So we have this one client, they're into cushions and pillows. Cushions and pillows. So we name them Cushos. Cush, pillows,
Oh,
Cushos.
okay.
Yeah. And so we have actually started them. So their logo, their identity, social media, ad, every content, influencer marketing, everything what Brand Bazooka does for them. There was a time that they got good database of email. And then we told them, now this is the time, let's start nurturing our email database. Okay, so we will start nurturing, no problem. We said, okay, let's do a newsletter. They said, okay, let's do a newsletter. We wanted to do a weekly newsletter. So we actually named that newsletter Sleep Over It. SOI.
Oh, nice.
Now it is such an apt thing. Sleep over it, like as a cushions and pillows also. But as a newsletter also, we are going to touch upon those topics where we want them to sleep over it. The
Yeah.
relevance of sleep, the relevance of health, and XYZ. Now, and in email marketing, newsletter came at seventh stage of a brand.
Yeah.
But why we can do such a justice? Because we are actually a 360-degree marketing agencies. So
Absolutely.
for launching a brand, or for running a brand, genuinely, you need more than 11 things. You need a brand positioning strategy agency, brand identity, SEO, social media, paid ads, UGC, IGC. I mean, so many things. But you can't hire so many agencies. So you should
Right.
actually work with an agency who has all this as a strength, because we have different departments for all this. And that's what Brand Bazooka does. And that's what our forte. So what we don't do, we are not a PR agency for that matter, for example. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are not an event management agency.
Yeah.
But in the entire space of marketing, that's what Brand Bazooka does.
I think
Yeah.
that's a really nice thing that you've mentioned. Even I've seen, in the type of clients we work with. So
Yeah.
we almost take care of everything apart from the organic marketing, which is the SEO.
Correct.
Apart from that,
Correct.
we also follow this approach, the 360-degree marketing. And I felt that it is possible is because, the number one reason clients would hire us as an agency is because they want to make their life easier. That is, you
True.
take the load of thinking, doing, and everything, and then just tell us that where are we needed or what is the intervention that we are required at. So when you do this
True.
360-degree marketing, it surely helps. And as you very rightly mentioned, when you got to that seventh stage, it was
Yeah.
easier to brainstorm it because you knew the stage one. You knew
Correct.
that what did the client tell you, what were their
Correct.
expectations, and
Correct.
what was the reason this brand was launched. So you could
Correct.
that seventh stage was not that seventh stage. What I am seeing
Correct.
is it was an intervention of one, two, three, four, five, six, and then that pop sleep over it. So I think
It was
that's a really nice.
accumulation. Correct. Accumulation of the juices of all the stages.
Yes,
And
exactly.
then,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Correct.
I think
True.
that's a really nice space to be in because somebody who's given you the entire business is, the intent of them staying longer with you is going to be much more rather than
Much more.
performing one skill and then moving
Yeah.
forward. That
True.
intent is
True.
going to be much longer.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a very, curious and funny question though. But how did the
Okay.
word bazooka come to brand
Oh, yes,
bazooka?
yes. Again, this entire credit, the naming is absolutely and entirely done by Vineet.
Oh, he should have been on this podcast.
That's what, that's what. But to be honest, yes, absolutely done by him. So I think he has taken more than 4 months, between 4 to 6 months to take this name.
Yeah,
You know, so brand happened, like
yeah.
after a lot of brainstorming, brand would have happened. He was thinking something, what to do, what not to do. In the entire journey, he tells me this, that when he was a kid, he remembered he used to play a game in a video parlor where there was this character called Mustafa. Okay.
Okay.
So whenever Mustafa will go and will do the fight, the moment he will get one weapon called Bazooka, his win was sure. So he,
Oh,
yes, he never, his goal was never to attack the enemy. His goal was always to get the bazooka, because he knew bazooka was powerful. So bazooka will come, tick 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 tick, and he will win. So brand Bazooka, he had this feeling, because Bazooka is small, Bazooka is agile, very flexible yet powerful. And what Bazooka does in a second scenario, Bazooka launches rockets as well. If you go and see, Bazooka ke bina, the rocket will not be launched. So we had this thought that we will launch brand Bazooka, you know. So
yeah.
Bazooka is going
Oh,
to launch the brand. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's a lot of creativity and thought process into the brand name. That's
Yes, yes.
amazing. That's amazing. I think
uh,
I know that you're doing something already. I'm not very sure, but I think you should do something about teaching how to write these kind of copies. I know it's a
yeah,
little
okay.
difficult, but how to get this kind of creativity, because I've
Yeah.
seen your, WhatsApp status as well during a
Uh,
Diwali or during some other festival, and the way it is, put across, it's
Crafted.
beautiful. That
Yeah,
concept is beautiful. So if people learn this concept making as a strategy, I think it
yeah,
will do so much blessing to their business. So if you can
yeah,
do
I'm sure.
something about, creating
We
something
will
where
try.
people can learn how to create these concepts, if that is
Yeah.
possible at all.
Okay. Point noted, ma'am. Point noted.
No,
Done.
that's just because I'm saying out of my own reasons if I get to learn it.
Done, done, done. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm. So I
Thank you
think
so much.
I remember I'm creating one piece of content for my LinkedIn and Insta. I don't know, third week, maybe. I don't remember when it is kind of scheduled, but there's a little hint of how you should be writing a concept. So I think that day I'll remember to share it with you. I'll do that. I'll do
Yes,
that.
yes, please
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Take it, done.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you if anyone who's listening to this
Yeah.
podcast, watching this podcast, wants to get in touch with you, maybe
Mhm.
work with you, or learn from you, or just come to you and say hi and say, love the podcast. What is the best way to get in touch with you?
Oh, this is lovely. Um, so yes, because um, I am from Brand Bazooka, so definitely there is an email ID, which is sadhana@brandbazooka.com. I am on LinkedIn, which,
Yeah.
we can put the link, or, whenever
Yes,
this
I'll put that
podcast
in
is
the
getting.
description.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can do that. I have also done a beautiful step. I have this year, 2024, I have made my one official Instagram page,
Oh,
just absolutely fresh and new.
okay.
Because yeah, the old Instagram that I had, I realized it has gone into a very personal space, but I wanted to have a very professional page. So definitely put that link. However, it is going to show two followers, definitely one me and one Vineet. But I genuinely, from my heart, I intend to grow that page, um, to share as much as I can with female entrepreneurs, female founders, and business owners,
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, these three things: LinkedIn, Instagram, and email. That will be best.
Absolutely. I'll put that all in the description so that
Yeah.
everyone can walk up to you and tell you, we love the podcast.
Sure, sure, sure. Definitely.
Yeah.
Done.
Thank you so much. This has been such a fun conversation. We learned so much. I'm sure there are so many golden nuggets that females are going to take from this. Thank you so much for your time and wish you more, more, and more success in the coming years. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.